Welcome back, champions. Today we illuminate the path to deeper human connections through the teachings of Stoicism, exploring how this ancient philosophy can transform the way we relate to those around us. In a world often shrouded by superficial ties and fleeting interactions, the Stoic approach unveils profound truths about cultivating relationships built on authenticity, respect, and unwavering resilience. To those who seek to build strong relationships, understand that Stoicism, far from being a creed of emotionless detachment, is deeply rooted in the practice of virtue, wisdom, and profound empathy. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king whose meditations echo through the ages, once wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." This encapsulates the essence of building connections, to embrace the moment as an opportunity to forge bonds that transcend the mundane. Relationships, in the Stoic sense, are not mere transactions or exchanges of convenience. They are arenas for practicing our highest virtues. Picture this: a world where every interaction is infused with mindful presence, where we no longer seek validation, but instead offer understanding. That is the realm we must strive to inhabit. At the core of Stoic thought lies the commitment to living in harmony with nature, not just the nature of the world around us, but the nature of human beings. Epictetus, born into the chains of slavery and rising as a master of freedom, reminded us, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." To build relationships that withstand the trials of time, we must cultivate the art of listening, truly listening, without judgment or impatience. Imagine a conversation where we listen not to craft a response, but to understand the soul standing before us. This is where relationships are strengthened, where empathy blossoms, and trust finds its deepest roots. Stoicism teaches us that the words of another, however charged with emotion or pain, are not ours to control. Only our response belongs to us. And how profound that realization is when navigating moments of discord or misunderstanding. Consider how often we rush to defend ourselves or react impulsively when faced with disagreement. Seneca, the wise tutor of emperors, once wrote, "He who is quick to anger commits a sin against himself." In relationships, anger is a flame that consumes understanding, leaving behind ashes of regret. Instead, let us embody the Stoic virtue of temperance, mastering our emotions so that we may respond with clarity and compassion. In the quiet strength of temperance, we find space to choose our reactions. This is the Stoic way, to recognize that in every moment, we possess the power to decide whether we build or break the connections we cherish. True power lies not in dominating a conversation, but in nurturing an environment where all voices are heard and valued. Let us remember that relationships are built not only in grand gestures, but in the small, consistent acts of respect and kindness. Marcus Aurelius reflected, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When we approach others with thoughts rooted in patience and benevolence, we create relationships that are fortified against the storms of life. Envision a world where our actions echo with integrity and where trust is not just given, but earned through steadfastness and virtue. This is the legacy of Stoic practice in our relationships. Let us commit ourselves to this path, fostering bonds that are not weakened by time or turmoil, but strengthened by the unwavering principles we uphold. Let us go further into the Stoic understanding of shared humanity. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, spoke of the universe as one living being, interconnected and interdependent. He believed that our relationships reflect this universal truth, that we are part of something far greater than ourselves. Each interaction is not an isolated moment, but part of a larger tapestry, woven with intention, virtue, and shared experience. When we honor this interconnectedness, our relationships become a source of mutual growth and understanding. Consider, too, the practice of memento mori, the Stoic reminder of our mortality. This might seem dark, but in remembering that life is fleeting, we learn to value every moment with those we cherish. Epictetus instructed, "Keep death and exile before your eyes each day. Then you will never have a base thought nor excessive desire." When we apply this to our relationships, it shifts our perspective. Suddenly, trivial arguments fade, and the need to be right is replaced by the desire to be kind, present, and grateful. Imagine seeing every interaction as if it could be the last. Imagine the weight this brings to our words, the care it imparts to our actions. When we live with this awareness, we bring depth to our relationships, ensuring that they are rich with meaning rather than empty of purpose. Stoicism also teaches us the value of sympathetic joy, rejoicing in the happiness and success of others. This is the antithesis of envy and resentment, which corrode relationships from within. Seneca declared, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." When we let go of jealousy, we open our hearts to genuine connection and mutual celebration. Envision a bond where both triumphs and struggles are shared without the shadow of comparison or bitterness. In this light, we see relationships as a vessel for practicing Stoic joy, embracing the fortunes of others as our own. This practice strengthens the fabric of our bonds, reinforcing trust and affection. Empathy becomes not just a passive feeling, but an active choice, a deliberate act of connection. When life tests these bonds, when betrayal or disappointment enters our sphere, remember the counsel of Marcus Aurelius. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Let that resonate in your hearts. Stoicism reminds us that in moments of conflict, we do not need to retaliate or mirror the flaws of others. Instead, we hold fast to our virtues, choosing forgiveness and maintaining our integrity. This is how we rise above pettiness and keep our relationships intact. Forgiveness does not mean tolerating harm without boundaries. It means recognizing what we can and cannot control, another cornerstone of Stoic wisdom. We cannot change the actions of others, but we can choose our response. We can decide whether to hold on to resentment or let it fall away, freeing ourselves and nurturing the relationships worth keeping. Strong relationships are forged in moments of understanding, bound by the threads of patience, respect, and shared resilience. They are reinforced by practicing the principles of Stoic wisdom, not in words alone, but in the actions we take every day. This is our path, and through it, we build connections that are unyielding, sincere, and profound. If you found value in these reflections, remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Beat the algorithm and consciously choose the content you wish to see. And don't forget to explore our other videos to expand your ancient wisdom and further develop your strength. Until next time, champions, stay strong and stay committed to your path.